I lost my job. Now what? How am I gonna take care of my family? How am I gonna take care of my mom? I remember when I walked out of the job that I was working at a time in a supermarket. I was making minimum wage. When I was walking home taking the SkyTrain, that was the question that I was thinking. What am I supposed to do? It's very nerve-wracking, it's very frustrating, and very depressing thinking about how I'm gonna pay rent, how am I gonna eat, and do I need to use my credit card when I've already maxed out my credit card? What am I gonna do when I'm already in debt? And over the years, even after that job, and that was the only job I've ever had in my entire life, right? Running my own business, getting fired by clients, right? Sometimes even I do a good job, the clients, sometimes they don't like what I did, and getting laid off by clients and working with different people is very frustrating. And I know maybe you're going through the same thing, that on the surface, you want to be calm and controlled and collected. But deep inside, it's nerve-wracking. You don't want to share that with your family. Well, first of all, you're thinking it won't help. Even you share, it just makes them worry too much. And you just don't feel like sharing. You think you want to take on this burden. And today I want to give you some ideas and some tips that could help you. And over the years, what has helped me? There are really three choices when you lost your job. Number one, you could go back and get another job. Maybe you kind of polish your resume, update your resume, you send it onto these sites and talk to people and hand out resumes, and you try to find another job. Sometimes I've seen people, they got laid off not because of performance, it's because sometimes the upper management made some bad decisions, or the industry is trending downwards, so there's a lot of downsizing. Just recently, I was reading an article, Hong Kong Bank, HSBC, laying off tens of thousands of people, right? And Hong Kong Bank's got money, but because of whatever structure that they have, or they want to cut back the overhead, they laid off a lot of people. May not be a fault of your own, right? If you know what I'm talking about, comment below. So you could look for another job, and that's always a possibility. And in some cases, maybe you can get the similar job that pays you the same, or maybe, unfortunately, you might need to take on a job that actually pays you less. Or in some cases, the skill that you have is no longer relevant, that you couldn't even get a job. It would take you months to do it. That's one scenario. Number two, you could start your own business. Right? A lot of people, they think, well, you know what, I got laid off, I'm gonna start my own business. I always say the worst time to start a business is when you have no money, because you can't help but make decisions that may not be best for yourself and for the company long term, because you're desperate. You cannot make wise decisions when you're desperate. Michael Gerber talks about that in his book, E-Myth. Now, what is the E-Myth? E-Myth is the entrepreneur myth. And Michael talks about that most entrepreneurs are actually not entrepreneurs. They are employees suffering from an entrepreneurial seizure, right? The employees, they're thinking about, hey, you know what? That's something that I could do better than that. Or I could create a product, I could create a widget, and I could go out there and start my own business. But most of the time, almost all the time, they don't have the business skills or business acumen to make a business work. So that's not a very good reason to start a business. Just like not everyone is supposed to play golf, not everyone is supposed to be a basketball player. You can play as a hobby, right? You can play business as a hobby, but to be a professional business person, to be a successful entrepreneur, that's a whole different story. But there is an option if that is what you want to do, but knowing that it's going to be very, very, very difficult. It's going to take years. Business don't make money in months. Business take years to make money. So you have to ask yourself, are you prepared for that? Right? Are you ready for that? Are you in a financially viable position to do that? Or number three, you could develop a high income skill. Now, what is a high income skill? I define a high income skill as a skill set that could make you $10,000 or more per month. It is not a job, it is a skill set. It is something that you know, an expertise, a skill that you have. You could go to the marketplace in exchange for money, right? It could be graphic designing if you're very, very good. It could be website designing, right? It could be copywriting. It could be closing. There's so many different high income skills, and some high income skills that I teach. Why is high income skills so important? Because high income skill gives you financial confidence, and financial confidence equals income at will, meaning you have the ability, you have the capabilities to generate income at will. Your income doesn't depend on the economy, it doesn't depend on a company, it doesn't depend on some investment, it depends on the only person that you could count on, yourself. That's income at will. Doesn't matter where you're in the world, you can work from anywhere in the world. You can go into any industry that you know you have the flexibility and the capability to say, you know what, I could sell my skill set and make money from that. That's financial confidence, and that gives you peace of mind. So it doesn't matter, even though you made the money, and sometimes in life that happens, crisis happens, and you lose everything. But you know, with a high income skill, you could be successful again and get back in the game very, very quickly. Can you see how important that is? Why it's so vital for you to have that high income skill? You could still look for the high income job, but in the meantime, what gives you true security and peace of mind is their high income skill. And that's what I've been focusing my whole life on, honing my skill sets, developing my high income skills. Because I know everything else is an illusion. A job is an illusion. Even a business is an illusion. What I could always count on is my skill sets. I know the value that I could bring to the marketplace in exchange of money. And at the end of the day, that's what money is. Money earned is a byproduct of value creation. So in order to make more money, you gotta deliver more value. Now, I don't know you, I don't know your situation. I don't know what skill sets that you should develop, because I get this question a lot. Dan, what high income skills I should pursue? Here's some of my students' stories and the impact of having them develop their high income skills. Check this out.
Today, I was talking with a client over the phone and I closed almost $3,000 deal. I can't even explain to you the feeling right now. I'm feeling pretty darn good. All of this practice and hard work, the commitments that I've made and everything is finally paying off because I've been really immersing myself in Sifu's teachings. It's been going, man. It's been going. It's been getting better so much faster than I was just doing it on my own. He gives you all these nuggets through all of his experience. He saves you years. Literally, as soon as I finish closing one deal, another one comes up. So I thought that was pretty darn amazing. I'm on top of the world right now. So thank you, Sifu Dan. Thank you for everyone in the Facebook group that's been so supportive for me. I thank you for all your videos. I've really enjoyed them. And part of my success is not just what I've done, but it's what you guys have done. And so I really appreciate that. And I'm very grateful for you guys.
Hello, HTC family. How are you going today? Today, I just wanted to share with you that I've closed my second 18K packages.
I just want to report that I got a boom. It was a brutal 3-hour pitch and then negotiation, contract, all this stuff. Item costs. So if you can see, the price of the solar system is $27,279.73. Boom!
Hello, it's Michael A. Gerber speaking to you right now from BA, Business Advisors, and I'm just absolutely thrilled to meet Dan Lok. Can you imagine closers worldwide? What an astonishing thing. I wish to God I had all those closers over all these years with all of my enterprises to be able to touch millions upon millions of people worldwide. I'm here to tell you a wonderful, wonderful thing Dan's doing. You got to do more of it.
So if you want to know what is the ideal high income skill you should develop and you should focus on, you could click on the link below and take my quick quiz. It takes you 2 minutes. It will tell you exactly what path you should pursue and what path you shouldn't pursue, and what are your strengths and how can you develop a high income skill around your natural strength. Go ahead and click on the link.